listening to the HMHD podcast. May God have mercy on your soul.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Shut the fuck up.
Can I go home? Can I go home? I live right there.
I found another thing on cops. I was like, I haven't saved, but
Of course you did.
yeah. So
Of course you did.
this all sounds pretty gay.
Welcome to the HMHD
We're at the part of the season of the Sopranos where they find out the one guy's gay,
Clock out and go to
and of course the Italians take it really well.
Oh, hilarious.
What, bitch? You looking for trouble, motherfucker?
I'm glad the weather's cooperating with us.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
If you want to give me another one, I'll open it with you.
You'll do it with me? Hold on.
Yeah, give me two. I think I only have two left.
What?
So on the next pee break, go to the store.
Jeez. Ow, I hit my head.
Ow, my noggin. All right.
Welcome to another episode of HMHD, Heavy Music, Heavy Dads podcast. What the fuck is up? This is going to be a cool, different episode. Typically, we do play heavy music. This is going to be the soft episode. Even though we're playing soft music, doesn't make it not heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but I'm still kind of confused about what your definition of soft is for this episode, which is the weird part. So I'm kind of like,
I guess I'm going with like, and this is actually kind of funny because we didn't really discuss like, which we never do, what bands we're gonna play or whatever.
I think that makes it better.
Yeah. So for me, it's like bands that aren't screaming,
Okay, I thought that was the route.
but
I kind of thought that was where you were going with it.
heaviness in the sense of like, damn, this shit's kind of heavy. This is hitting me heavy, or like
Okay.
emotionally heavy music. You know?
Yeah, no, and I'm glad I saved what I saved because I have, it's weird because we're obviously going to have both different ideas of what that is.
I'm curious because like I think there might be one band that might be.
I'd be curious to see it because, and I was trying to think about it in my head. And I'm like, whoa, okay, non-heavy, distorted guitar, screaming kind of things. Okay, I'm like, I have a list, but I know for a fact half of it is way out of your realm from what I know you like and don't like.
Yeah.
But I didn't necessarily pick those, so I actually had to do a little bit of research.
Cool.
But I don't know. But it might. But I was hoping that you started off. Let's have you carry it for a little bit, and then maybe make me think of something different.
I like that. This is definitely more my realm.
Yes, and that's what I was trying to say. I think this is probably more your world as far as
just living it for a day, bro.
Yeah.
But I would be curious if this episode does kind of blow up. Not blow up like any of them have blown up, but like if it does get some sort of traction, it is kind of cool. It's something that we can maybe visit again and every 10 episodes or something like that.
But I think that makes sense though. It's like the heavy music, heavy dads thing. It's kind of like we don't really advertise heavy music, heavy dads. This is HMHD. It's just I think for some people they probably don't even know what it means. Yeah, which is probably fine. I don't know. I don't really care.
Yeah,
we just we were kind of forced to change our name.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But you're right though, because I think there's not an episode that goes by where I show you something that I've truly enjoyed my entire life, and like there's no breakdowns in it. There's there's screaming and there's that kind of vocals and stuff in it, but it's like, man, just the sound of the guitars, what chords they choose to put in there, the layers, So you're right, though. You're totally right. So I think this episode could get really cool.
I think it could get cool. And another cool thing is that if you're a real person that really likes music, you don't only listen to one genre of music. There's people that solely base their personalities
Unless
around.
You're Peyton Perry.
Like
editing that fucking clip was so hard.
Oh, the Viking song?
Yes, the fucking Viking
that song sucked, dude. Yeah, so people that like, oh, this is my genre, this is my lane, typically you don't have a great personality or a very cool person to hang out with.
Wait, hold on. Let me pause something real quick about that fucking Peyton Parrish song. You brought up Tim Lambesis.
Oh, I did?
Was he playing? Yes. Well, maybe it was a different episode, but Tim Lambesis was the guy. He's lead singer of As I Lay Dying. He went to prison for hiring a hitman. Was he playing guitar in that music video?
Stop.
No, I'm serious. That's why I thought you brought it up. Maybe I'm just confused. It's not important. Anyway, Peyton Parrish.
I did not pick that up, but I really hope he's not playing guitar in that video.
It wouldn't surprise me. Who cares? Peyton Parrish, you suck. Anyway, anything else going on before we want to have any funny stories?
Okay, so Saturday, I went to drive up to Georgia to pick up my daughter. And as I'm leaving my house, you know this, I've been having problems with my car.
Yeah.
Starting.
Your starter's fucked.
Well, hold on. I don't ever drive my car. Like,
no, you don't.
Especially after, like, because I have like my work van that I drive every day, and then I have a motorcycle. So I really, and like Dallas's car is much bigger and like friendlier for like the kids and stuff like that. So we typically take her car. It's bigger.
Yeah, well, we did that with Brandy too. I mean, she's got the. My truck is obviously bigger, but like the back seat, way like whenever I have to pick up Autumn, I have to like scoot the passenger seat all the way forward. It's a Silverado, but it's not the double cab. It's just like the extended cab.
Yeah.
So it's, whatever. But
so I was like, oh, whatever. And so lately I've been like, when I try to start my car, like I had to like, it takes like 3 or 4 tries and then it'll start. And Saturday, it just wasn't starting. I'm like, great. And then when it did, my AC just wasn't working. And so I call my wife. I'm like, hey, AC's not working. She's like, well, you can't drive to Georgia like that. So I took her car because my car will start. She's like, I had to run a couple errands, but whatever.
That's weird.
Just no AC. And so I took her car, got about an hour into my drive, and her AC goes out. On the way back, I stopped by an AutoZone and like recharged the fucking Freon.
Yeah.
She's got a leak because there's definitely puddles underneath your car. Hopefully it lasts a little longer. But so the reason why I was a little late today is because I had to pick up my car from the mechanics or whatever. And the guy like calls me today during work and he's like, all right, man, yeah, everything's working great. I'm like, okay, cool. What's the damage? He's like, $45. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's like 30 minutes of work. I'm like, what happened? He's like, I just had to reset your AC. I was like, but my car wasn't starting. He's like, how often do you drive your car? I'm like, never. He's like, it started when I got here. I ran it for half the day because I dropped it off like 2 days ago.
Okay.
And then he's like, I drove it. And he's like, your battery got so dead that it shut off everything in your cab essentially.
Battery.
And he's like, your battery was fine once it like recharged, but like everything reset to factory and your AC just wouldn't turn back on. You had to reset it. Some fuse bullshit or whatever. So
computer issue.
$45. That's the least amount of money I've ever spent on mechanics.
No, that's crazy because I had the same problem in my truck, and I don't know what year your car is, but we're probably the same year.
2016?
Mine's a 2018, but I remember I was having a hard time starting it, and the starter went bad. So I obviously replaced the starter, did all that's been fine. Funny story about AC in a in a vehicle. So when I had a Nissan Frontier, just a little 4-banger, I had it for a long ass time, no issues, no nothing. The AC wouldn't work. So I took it to a shop and they're like, well, you're going to have to replace the whole computer, motherboard, dashboard. I was like, okay, well, I'm not paying $1,500 for that shit.
For that car.
So I looked it up online and I found out how to bypass the computer. So I literally hot wired my compressor for the AC to my fuse panel.
Oh, wow.
With a switch. So whenever I drive, I have to turn it on and the compressor just turns on. The problem is it doesn't turn off.
Oh.
So you're just driving on the road and ice chunks are falling off the shit. So, and I thought it was really funny because I took an old distortion pedal that I had and I wired it through it. So like I glued it to the dashboard. So I just mash it. It would turn on and off. But if you forgot to turn it off, battery would die.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, that was my AC issue.
I had a little Mazda stick shift, like Protege or whatever. And it was like $1,000 just like beater, like point A, point B, whatever. And it worked fine. And then until it didn't. And I guess the belt on that car that controls the power steering and AC went out at the same time. So I'm driving a stick with no power steering and no AC in the fucking heat of fucking Florida.
I
I'm
know.
just like,
Yeah, man. We
like
have, we have
tractor
a
driver.
We have a big rig at work, a semi that we used. We have to do for some processes, and obviously we don't drive it on the streets, but we have to hook it up to the trailer, unhook it, and then the company comes and picks up, you know, the big 53-foot trailer. And that thing is so broken. And it's like having to drive, one, if you're not used to driving stick, it's difficult. And I can do it, but it's weird because I'm not used to it because I don't drive it every day. I've never had to do it. I mean, four-wheelers, which isn't even the same thing, by the way. Like motorcycles and four-wheelers, not the same thing as a big rig.
No.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
So, man, there's so many times where I'm stalling out and fucking breaking this shit. Like, oh, fuck.
It's like jumping on you.
Yeah, it's so fucking hard, dude. But it's whatever. But you got to fix, right?
Yeah. $45, bud.
There you
Yeah.
go. Goddamn.
Been cool. Been very, very cool.
I saw my so Brandy got me a puppy for Christmas a couple years ago, and beautiful dog, purebred, Australian Shepherd, and awesome dog. But at the time, Autumn was barely one,
Yeah.
and it was just a lot for us.
Yeah.
And my mom had been wanting a dog, so I called my mom and I said, "Mom, would you want to take Siggy?" That's what I named him, Siggy. And she's like,
From Ziggy Stardust, right?
"No, Siggy," after Sig Sauer Firearms.
Okay.
So she's like, "Of course," and he's obviously been with her for like the past several years, and we went up. We don't see him all the time, but we went up to see him, and it's like, God damn, he's a full grown dog now. It's awesome, man. He's an idiot, but he's smart.
Yeah.
Weird.
I realize I'm just not a pet person.
Yeah,
Like, if you have a dog, I'll pet your dog. I'll play with your dog.
that's fine. And I think that's good to realize.
And I have a dog that, like,
Yeah.
like if I died, the dog would probably, I don't know what happened to that dog. But, yeah, to me, like, I guess the way was brought up, like we had English bulldogs growing up. So, like, I've already, like,
You don't have that much time with him.
well, there's that, but, like, at the same time, like, those pets, like, they have so much problems. Like,
Yeah, a lot of like congestion and
like,
respiratory.
They have like ear problems, sinus problems, obviously, and then like one of ours had like eyelids would flip inside out and like shit like that. But like dude, it's like these dogs are so fucking expensive, and it like they're just in torment. They're just like in hell. They're like super cool, and both of the names were Beauty. We had 2 separate times, and but it was just like a rock of a dog. You know, it wasn't like someone growing up with like a German Shepherd that like adored you or whatever.
Yeah,
this dog was just like there. You know,
It is funny, like learning like different animals' personalities. Like obviously, we acquired Coda a couple years ago. We didn't really want a dog, but I am a dog person. I love dogs. I am very much a dog pet person for the most part.
yeah,
And he's older, so he's 11 now. We got him when he was like 9.
yeah.
So he's already an older dog.
Still got a little pep in his step too.
Oh, dude, he does.
PB's
kills
about
it.
11.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I know. And PB's like, goddamn, killing it.
Yeah.
But it's funny because, like, you know, the different personalities between the two dogs. It's like all dogs want the same thing, but they act different. How they, you know.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny, but it was good to see that the dog was doing pretty good. And
Yeah.
you know, my mom's like, yeah, I just made him some eggs. I'm like, God damn,
Spoiled.
the dog eats better than I do. What the fuck?
Spoiled dog. Yeah. I had a Jack Russell when I first moved out, and that we got from the neighbor, and because he couldn't, too much energy, and
They're definitely a hyper dog. Yeah.
Josie, and the coolest fucking dog, and you know, I had her for about like 6 years, and when I moved out, I asked my mom if she could like watch the dog because the place I was renting, like the next place, like wouldn't allow dogs. I'm like, can you just for like a year? That dog became my mom's baby.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like there was no way.
100%.
Like after a month,
Oh, yeah, I know.
After a month, I realized I'm never seeing that dog again. It's never coming back in my house, and I was fine with it because like I'm not like a huge, like I said, a pet person. So I was like, okay, cool.
I had the same thing when I gave Siggy away
Yeah.
to my mom, and I felt, but it got to be a point where there's no way I could take that dog back.
Yeah.
Like my mom,
Oh, yeah.
it's from my mom, he's with Charlie, my stepdad, and
my mom would dress her up. Like,
But it's cool that we can go see him. You know, and it's cool. I mean, he's happy, he's healthy, and then we got Coda. And
well, Josie just died.
oh, really?
Yeah. So my mom, it was like a hard 3 or 4 days. She had dog cancer.
Oh,
or
dude,
some shit like that. I was like, what?
Dogs are born with cancer. I mean, dude, our dog, it's benign, but it's got like this giant tumor on his chest. And it's like, God damn, I love him to death. And I will be sad when he dies.
Yeah.
But, you know, and
then that's what I warned my wife. I was like, Dallas, I was like, you cannot be mad at me. Because I know, like, when this dog dies, like when PB dies, it's not gonna, like, I don't get sad about anything. So, like, about that kind of shit. And I was like, don't be sad when I'm not sad. Like, and we don't have to get another dog. If you want to, we can. But, like, it doesn't. I've never, especially with death or whatever, I've never gotten attached to anybody that has died that's close to me. Like, at this point in my life.
well, that's what turns into cancer.
Yeah.
That means seriously, though. I mean, that's kind of what it is. I mean,
That's 100% not a bragging thing because I wish I wasn't like that. Like when my grandma died.
that's how
I was more
I'm
sad.
like that. My dad's like that. I mean, it's kind of just like it's life. That's what happens. I mean, it is what it is.
I was more sad seeing my dad go through it because I was like there for my dad. But like I was really never really close with my grandparents and on my dad or my mom's side. You know, like I haven't had any.
That matters a lot, though, too. It's
Yeah, like,
you know, but how close are you to people? You know what I mean? It's like with the dog, I find myself being at like, I'll go to Walmart and I'm like getting groceries and I'm like, oh, does Coda have treats? Does he have, I mean, obviously I feed him. No, that's not the thing, but it's like, oh, he needs tennis balls. So I'll go to the sports aisle and get him like a 3-pack of the tennis balls, you know?
Yeah.
I find myself doing that all the time. I do that with Autumn. Like, oh, I'm gonna pick her up. Do we have the snack? Do we have what she wants?
Yeah.
You know, I do that all the time. And don't get me wrong, I yell at my dog a lot because he's annoying. But like
scaredy dog.
As soon as I come home, like he's so happy to see me, and like we'll be on the couch, me and him, and I'm just petting his belly, and he's just laying there. He's so happy to be there, you know. So you know, I don't know. I'll be sad, but it is what it is. I mean, that's life. Anyway,
speaking of sad music,
I was thinking that in my head the whole time. I was like, yeah. Speaking of sad music,
which actually makes me want to change one of these songs, but I can't. Okay, because okay, so the first band I want to play. The band's name is Pup, which is actually even funny.
P-U-P?
P-U-P.
Okay.
I have been obsessed with this band.
Pup Boogie.
So this has been like, this episode for me has kind of been the hardest because like a lot of these bands I'm playing, unlike some of like the hardcore bands that we've also played, I've listened to all these albums multiple times. So it's kind of hard for me to find one song. And I'm not going to be like, oh, listen to this song by this band and also this song and this song and this song.
Yeah, narrow it down.
So what I'm going to do is the bands that I have picked that I am like that with this is I'm going to play you the song that I heard first that got me hooked on. Hopefully that also maybe gets you hooked on or whoever's listening. I like this. Dive in, you know? If not, it's not your fucking thing. It's not your fucking thing. But the first band is called Pup. They're from Canada, and the song is called DVP. So this is DVP.
Yeah, finally.
And the song's name is Pup.
God damn it.
Sorry. The band's name is Pup, and the song's name is DVP.
I'm so good at it, and I hate it.
She says that I drink too much. I'm fucked up, she hates my guts. She says I need to grow up. I'm driving fast to get away. Doing 180 on the Dark Valley Parkway. Yeah, I'd be better off dead. I don't give a shit. I just don't want to die. I don't want to look ahead.
This is a really cool music video.
Get your head off. Mr. Miyagi.
Told you I'm an Earl. Shit, I love that. She says I need to grow up.
I love that.
kind of punky, you know?
I would say, but it's a higher gain. That's all it kind of is.
Yeah.
3 years I'm so messed up. Get drunk and get shut up.
It's the context of the song for me, you know?
I understand that. And the fact that they're actually showcasing the lyrics for it, which kind of goes hand in hand with kind of, not that certain genres of this are bad lyrics, but they're just played out in text. They're not as cryptic or they're not as dynamic. They're just kind of like, I felt like shit that night. You know, like that kind of thing. It's more just, here's the song, here's what we're listening to, or here's, that.
Yeah.
So, and I like that. I don't hate that.
So, like, for me, like, that was Pup DVP. So, like, I don't think they come down here all that much. I know they play, like, Fest in Gainesville, like, once a year.
I've never even heard of them.
And if they ever play, I am just on top of people's heads grabbing the fucking microphone. Like, that is such a crowd-orientated, like, fucking band that, like, listen to Morbid stuff, listen to fucking Dark Days. Like, those songs, like, are so fucking good. And there's, like, to me, that song doesn't really showcase that all that much, but, like, they created their own sound. Like, not that there's not a band that sounds whatever like that, but, like, their stuff, like, you hear it and you're like, that's Pup. Or, like, that's Pup. Like, you can, like, pick it out.
Yeah.
And,
well, we do that a lot with a lot of different bands. Every band's kind of got the little quirk that they hear, and
yeah.
No, but that's definitely a little different than what I thought. I mean,
I definitely have some slower, sad songs that I'm going to play. I kind of wanted to start that up. We're drinking. The song's about drinking. It's kind of sad, kind of whatever. But, like, kind of, I'm sticking, not solely, but in that kind of DIY Midwest emo.
No, but
kind of
it's
heavy
actually
stuff.
been cool because there's a lot of the bands that I don't want to say that I listen to a lot of. Okay, so I think the difference is to me, if I want to listen to something soft and sad, I put on Deftones. I'm a huge Deftones fan. I didn't pick any of those songs for this because it's not whatever.
You could have.
Nah, yeah, but they just didn't do it.
Okay.
But it got me thinking about a lot of different things, and I was thinking in the mindset of, well, I know RJ's into these type of bands, so is that the direction that he wants to go in?
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, well, does he want me to? Is the whole point of this to like kind of make me branch out and like, well, this is what I think is soft and what I think is good. But I will say that the difference, I think, between both me and you, and even my wife, Brandy, is she's a lyric person. She can hear songs and she memorizes the words and she just knows all the lyrics.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I listen to the guitars first.
tones.
I listen to the guitars first because, I mean, at the end of the day, whatever key the music is playing in could dictate whether or not those lyrics are happy or sad,
For sure.
regardless of their intention.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. So, like, for me, I thought about, like, some of the maybe the softer stuff that I listen to as far as what gets me not necessarily emotional, but you said soft, so what I think about.
Yeah.
And they all do it in different
Yeah.
ways, but
That's kind of where I kind of base my list off. I got some like kind of punkier, whatever, and then I got some. And I know I played one of them for you, because there was one night, I think it was me, you, and Justin in your driveway. You're like, let's play the saddest songs you know. And I think I went last. I'm like, this is the saddest song I know, and you're like, this is the saddest song. Do you remember?
I'm trying to think about it.
We'll play it later.
Yeah, I'll play it later.
This kind of music is kind of like Dallas and I's like love language is like, when we first started talking, she showed me bands that are in this realm, like Mom Jeans and stuff like that. Like, it kind of made, because of her, maybe branch out of my, I call it my hard drive music. Like, there's music now. Like, I skipped music for about like 8 years, and only listened to whatever was on my hard drive. And once I downloaded Spotify, I was like, oh shit, there was like a fuck ton of bands. And it was cool.
Well, you just made a point, like something that you and your wife can both listen to, and that's kind of like where I was kind of going to, because me and Brandy, we like the same kind of music, but then we have the extremes of both. As far as like, I know she doesn't love the death metal and shit that I listen to, but there's I guess they changed their name and their band's called Super Heaven now. but they used to be called Jar.
Oh, Jar. Yeah,
so
Jar's cool.
that
I like
was-
Jar. I didn't know they changed their name. I haven't really kept up with them, but
Yeah, they changed it years ago, but this is like, one of those songs that like the I don't know what the lyrics are per se, but I know what the guitars and the tone is kind of like delivering to me. But I also love the lead intro.
Oh.
Like the lead to it is like, it's really, again, I'm thinking about guitars. So I guess using it soft is weird because it's like, the guitar soft? Like right here. The album covers kind of confuse me because I think that's a modernized version because I think they weren't always called Superhead. They were called Basement or something. They weren't. I think that's what they're saying the album is. Maybe I thought that's what the band was, but they weren't this band originally.
gotcha. I don't think Basement would have changed their name.
No, because Basement was like a pop punk band, right? Kind of. See, I don't know anything about this world, man.
Maybe it's Members Of, kind of one of those.
I don't know. I thought I researched it earlier, but I guess I didn't. But see, I get what you're saying though with the song.
Jar is the name of the album.
Right. But what was Super Heaven called? What was Super Heaven called before?
Daylight.
Daylight. Right. That's
Familiar with the album, I guess.
yeah.
2007. Wow.
You know what I like about this kind of music is like I feel like if I was actually to be in a band,
You would flourish in a band like this.
I personally think I could kill it.
1,000%. You would
I would
absolutely
have to be with
flourish.
people. I would have to be with people that keep me in check though.
Did it keep you in your bounds?
As far as like technicalities, because I'd be thinking, dude. I mean, the drums for this are. And again, when I talk about this shit, I'm not saying anything negative about the game.
No, that's just the genre.
It's very simple, but it's super heavy, and this is literally just like a simplified version of like every guitar sound that makes me emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, it lacks a little bit of speed, whatever. But I think I could kill it.
No, 1,000%. Because one of the bands that I'm playing. Never mind. I'll wait. I'll say it.
Now, but it's cool because I remember, like, me and Brandy haven't taken many road trips together, but like, you put on, she likes Turnover a lot. I actually like the old stuff, but like, this was one of the albums that, like, I think me and her, until we both found out we both loved Deftones, like, I've loved Deftones for a long time, I just never know she did. And then she got super into it too. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, you can put this on in the car and like everybody's happy.
Yeah. To me, it's like, so like my generation was like, and this, I'm not gonna say genre, but like Taking Back Sunday, Brand New, like that kind of deal. And then now it's kind of like the same kind of, because it is sad, but it's still kind of feel good. It's kind of like a nostalgic, like homey feeling when you hear that's some of these songs.
That's the difference, though, I think, because they're playing either a major or minor key kind of thing, But
I just love how you just break it down musically. Yeah.
But you're not wrong though, because it's like I had a song that I was gonna play, but I was like, no, that's a little corny. It was from a Get Up Kids.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
And I was like, but maybe we'll play it after.
I don't want you to think too much about any of this.
I'm not. Dude, I got hammered drunk before you even got here.
So that was band Superhaven, and the song was called Sponge. off of the album Jar.
Don't. That's my next song. Don't look at it.
I'm not gonna look at it because I love that song, and I love that you were. I knew you were gonna go down that route because and I'm grateful for that. So that was really cool. That was kind
I
of
love that band too. Fucking A.
yes.
Yeah.
You showed me that band, and I was.
Did
kind
I
of-
really?
Yeah. In your,
Yeah, I remember the song.
in your garage, and I was just
remember
like,
the song.
because me growing up, and I don't know if we've ever had this conversation on the podcast. We definitely have had this conversation, but a band for me that I've actually never seen or was never a part of locally was The Influence. And
I remember The Influence.
yeah, I'd never seen them live. I stumbled upon them because
I don't remember if I've even seen them live. I probably have. I just don't even remember.
my best friend Gary found a CD off Palme Road, and we put it in, and we fell in love, and we looked them up on MySpace. They were already a dead.
Are those the
band.
lyrics to the song, or
What's that? Yeah,
found
right.
a CD
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It feels like that sometimes,
I
but
don't know.
the funniest part of like the small town that is Brevard is that my old boss used to go to school with the singer John, and I think they went to a galley together, and I was like years ago like put on Facebook like, hey, does anybody have any music from The Influence? I miss it. I haven't listened to it in years. Blah,
you
blah,
found
blah.
it, right? Didn't you get a bunch of it?
John messaged me like the entire discography. He Dropboxed it to me, and yeah, I listened to it probably like once a month. I crush Vias for Victory, like which is the name of the album. You can't find it anywhere.
No.
So like, but
That's
to me, that sound is just
Yeah, that's
so good.
That's a
It's
funny
like very promise ringy, like that kind of shit.
No, that's actually funny. We talked about that just now because I was talking to Ryan Blount a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about, hey, this and that, and then I was like, hey, because he's talking about moving back to Grammy one too.
You
Talking
don't have
about
any more?
oh
You want one of mine?
yeah, that's fine. He was talking about moving back to. Well, he lives in Florida, but he doesn't live close.
Gotcha.
And I feel bad. He messaged me the other day about hanging out on some weekend, and I can't remember. Anyway, and then I was like, I was telling him about the idea that we're gonna do like a whole Florida episode, and I was like, I want you to give me whatever you got.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, that's a cool idea. Whatever, we'll do that. But then he reminded me, I used to be a member of the Facebook group years and years ago. It was called Brevard Graveyard.
I'm on that. Yeah.
You are on that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So like you can see it, what I'm talking about.
That
So,
actually
like,
might be a good outlet to try to find something.
absolutely. I think that'd be really cool. So I thought that was really cool because I was like, yeah, damn, you're right. Because there's been many times where I'd go out there and I would find like just regardless of genre, just different bands like that had been, relevant and all that shit. But it is kind of hard to find sometimes some of these old bands. It's like, dude, even with my band, like I don't even possess the MP3s anymore. I have to like go on the internet to like listen to them. And it's like, that sucks.
Yeah.
But it is kind of a cool thing because I didn't know what route you were really wanting to go. And now that I'm like listening to stuff, okay, I kind of like, I'm not going to change the other songs that I have, but I'm going to add to the list and we'll just see where we go.
I keep mentioning it. I'm hoping that you play a band.
I doubt you're going to hear it because I doubt I thought about it. Because my whole mindset for...
The last one?
Oh, well, I thought about that band, but not that particular song.
No. And once again, that's not my favorite song, but that's the first song that I heard by them.
Oh, okay, that's cool. No,
But it actually might be-
I did think about that band though.
Yeah.
I did think about that
Yeah.
because I'm a huge fan of that genre
Yeah.
in a guitar player sense,
Right.
and it's weird because I don't know. So let's just go. What do you want to play next?
Okay.
Let's go.
So the next band I really want to play because I also I already expressed how much I love pop. I became overly obsessed with this band, but the band is called Graduating Life. No longer a band anymore.
You're retired.
Yep. I just want to see how red you can get.
Dude, my sunglass hand's real. All right.
Once again, This is not my favorite song, but this is the song that when I heard it, I became obsessed and maybe want to dive into the band more. But the song is called "Cold Raviolis."
Cold? Oh, dude, that's my entire childhood.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Close enough. Oh no, you spelled it right. I don't think there's.
I don't want to listen to the ska punk cover.
No.
I'm tired of failing. It's making a hole.
See, this genre I can't get into.
My heart
But I know you like it a lot. But you definitely like to say anything.
The lyrics is the lyrics.
I know. I'm not saying that.
But nobody gives a shit. So this year will be my last of playing shows. You claim you're DIY, but you don't want to die.
This is the red I thought you were going to go on. And I knew it right away. And that's why I was kind of like nervous about like,
Oh, don't be nervous.
I'm not nervous. I was like, you know.
I want the dynamic.
Cold raviolis at the show. Got something to say.
Think your friends
Are fake. Taking pictures of their play. While I'm eating my cold raviolis at the show.
The horns.
Is it ska now? Is it ska?
I can do.
This is the only song that has horns on it, by the way.
That makes sense. That's what's happening right now. I don't hate the horns, but like, it's like no matter what emotion I'm feeling, whether I'm like suicidal, sad, or happy, angry, it's like as soon as I hear horns, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, was this necessary?
The
Like,
only song that has horns on it.
I know.
I promise.
And I hope it's only for that part.
While I'm sleeping right, while I'm taking time, try to realize, because how could I ever be the guy to have his life work out fine? You complain about your major that you don't know what to do. I know exactly what I want, but it'll never come true. All the mess between your life is a performance, but your audience is fast asleep. 'Cause you are boring just like me. What you need, but way more than you think I need.
Okay, so
Way more than you think.
this is where I'm confused about this whole direction of this episode. No, I'm being honest. I'm just truly being honest.
Yes.
It's like, well, you said soft.
Yeah.
Now, when you say soft, are you talking about lyric driven or are you talking about the tone in general? Because that closed the whole door for me when you said soft. So I'm like, oh, soft sounding.
So,
I'm like,
like once again, I do have soft sounding songs,
no.
but
That's a soft sounding song to me.
okay,
Right, but you're listening to the lyrics and how they make you feel.
right.
So my whole
And that's
point-
where yes,
right, but my whole thing is like, are you talking about
love this.
lyrics or are you talking about the sound of the song?
I think I'm the overall generality of a heavy song.
I know, but that you can't. That's not that can't be
To me,
I know, but
that
can't
hits
be
me
a gen-
heavy,
I know,
right?
but that can't be a general statement though,
Why not?
because I could listen to about 50 songs right now that will hit me 10 times harder.
That's what I want.
I know, but the sound isn't soft.
What I was trying to get away
That's
from.
what I'm trying to.
No. What I was trying to get away from is like, this isn't like a beat down song. This isn't a hardcore breakdown orientated band, right?
I know. I get that.
Okay.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is that if we're talking about lyrics, I could play fucking 5 more right now that get me going.
Let's do it.
Right. But it's not the same.
No. It is because, like I said, the next one I'm going to play is going to make you cry. And it has no distorted guitar.
That's fine. No, but that's what I thought you wanted to, the route that you...
We can go wherever we
No,
want.
but I thought you wanted to be like soft.
We can do soft.
I mean, but don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I'm thinking you're being very vocally lyric driven with this.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's fine. That's great.
I'm adding a new song.
But it just happened.
You changing me up a little
I
bit.
know,
I'm
but
putting a
it
new
just
song in.
happens to be that these bands are softer bands
Yeah.
as far as their thing. Now, so in my brain, I'm like thinking of like, well, what bands do I like that are soft bands, soft sounding bands? And
Right.
well, that's where I was going, which was cool because it made me think a little bit about some of the other bands that I listen to. And like, I'm like, well, I mean, I could, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what you wanted. It's confusing to me.
Why you're overthinking this?
I overthink everything. God damn it. Have you met me?
Play that next song because I do like that band.
What next song? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, this is what I thought you meant.
Honestly, this is kind of where I was really curious of what you were going to pull and bring to the table.
Well, but that's the thing is,
I don't want you to stay in one lane.
But I don't though. That's the difference. But the difference between me and you, and literally with this conversation we're having right now, is you said these lyrics are heavy.
Yeah.
Right. The music's not heavy.
Yeah.
Right. So
what are we arguing about?
No, but it just happens to be that the music that the lyrics are heavy to me is heavy music.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I thought you wanted to play like a, fucking.
I wanted you to bring to the table what hit you in a heavy way that wasn't a hardcore song.
There you go. You just answered my question.
Yes.
Right. I don't necessarily have those.
This song right here is.
Right. But I don't listen to this song regularly. I haven't heard this song in 15 years. I had to like go, okay, who unplugs their amp when they play? I had to do that whole route. And it's not that I don't appreciate it or listen to it. I have more songs too, but it's like, okay, but that's my whole point is like, we're talking about heavy things, heavy this, heavy that. I also thought of, oh my God, I have one of the best intros that we can come up with later. Anyway, but my whole thing is like, okay, well, are we talking about lyrics? Are we talking about tone? Are we talking about that kind of thing? Sure. And it's like, well, that, opens the doors, obviously. Like, I mean, if you want me to play a song that like I can listen to that would make me feel emotional. Yeah. It's nothing that I wrote down on the list.
Then play that.
Well, I didn't know that's what you wanted to do.
This was a very, first of all, this was a very vague, open-ended. There was no really like outlining of what we wanted to do.
Anyway, this is Appleseed Cast. I actually really love this band.
This is a great band.
This is a great album too, and they dropped off of Furnace Fest. They were supposed to play.
What?
They didn't play. I'm trying to remember where I heard. Actually, okay, this is a kind of cool story.
Did Dan show you this band?
No.
No?
The cool way I found this band is the same reason I found the Get Up Kids.
Okay.
Okay, we talked about that song earlier. I'm not a huge fan of the Get Up Kids at all. But I remember we always talk about where do we find music when we were kids.
Yeah.
And I said, skate videos. Mm-hmm. For Christmas one year, my mom got me like a skateboard VHS or something, and I can't remember like what company it was or anything like that, but it's usually like either punk or like hip hop. Mm-hmm. But one of the scenes in the video was the Get Up Kids, Mass Pike.
Okay.
Which is a good song. But it was so like, it just stood out to me like as like the chorus, Mass Pike, last night I fell in love with you. Like it's just a very basic, generic kind of, but it's straightforward, And I was like, okay, well, I like that too, whatever. But I think the same thing, I think there was another skateboard video that I got from whether it was like a free DVD or something like that, but they had the Appleseed Cast. And it wasn't this song in particular, but this song, I did like the whole tone of the band. I loved it. And like, I'm like, okay, I can listen to this. I like it. So
you found this band from a skateboarding video?
yeah,
That's
weird.
awesome.
Weird, right? So this is the Appleseed cast. Ice Heavy Branches.
And this is like old as fuck too.
It's all in the air. The colors everything. Now it's coming down. Now it's on the brink.
I hear a sound like this and it just instantly takes me back.
It's the same thing. I really love the Pinback, and I was even thinking of them like to possibly play for the episode. But it's weird because like I don't know any lyrics. Like, I don't know the lyrics to those bands.
Yeah.
I just don't. But I just know what the guitars are. I'm interpreting.
And that's where I kind of wanted to go with this. It's like I wanted to see what hit you heavy. That wasn't like if you went and saw them, there wasn't a pit. You know what I mean?
There's no pain in this.
That's what I'm saying. But it's still a heavy song. You know.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
That's where I was going to go.
It's like
I'm sorry that we're figuring this out. In the
Turnover's heavy too.
Oh, absolutely.
But, everybody there can't change the tire.
like Citizen. It's a heavy band.
Citizen.
Yeah. I love his voice.
Can't even hear that because I don't have both headphones on, but I knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming.
Everything breaks under all its weight, and it's covered us. We can strip it off. We could both be naked now and listen. We could both be.
I almost bought this on vinyl at Furnace Fest.
Did they have like one of those vintage booths that had like a bunch of?
Well, there were so many vinyl booths there, man. Different labels. Like Equal Vision was there. A lot of these different. They're all there.
The Jesse buying it?
Jesse wasn't at Furnace Fest. Oh yeah, no, he was. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. I don't know what he bought. I don't know.
Yeah, so that was the Appleseed Cast song Ice Heavy Branches.
Yeah.
I love that sound. Just, you know, like I said, that's like a 7th grade. That like brings me back. Kind of like sad boy, early straight edge.
That's good.
When I was early straight edge guy. So because you played that, it made me think this.
Can we take a quick pee break?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have to be so bad.
Yeah, let's take a
We're gonna.
PS.
Oh, wait. There it is.
The first. And
Yeah, we're back.
we're back. That was a good piss.
Yep. Very good piss.
So you played Appleseed Cast, which made me think of Polar Bear Club.
Okay. I don't think I've ever listened to them. So
Really?
I don't know what they sound like. I don't know anything about them at all. Period.
Period.
I have no idea.
It's actually kind of interesting.
Well, we could play it.
Yeah. Let's play.
I've never listened to them. I have no idea what they sound like. So.
Not that they're like the same whatever, but it just made me think of Polar Bear Club, and the song is called Sometimes Things Just Disappear.
Oh shit, that's the album. Maybe the song. Hold on. Let me pause it.
Did it go up?
Yeah, I know. Is that the name of the song? Are you sure?
Oh, geez. Hold on. Wow,
That's the album for sure.
we are just really good.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. Play Convince I'm Wrong. This one. I think this is it. It starts out slow. It's a cool album artwork, too. This is the song.
Don't try and sound right. Just hope you're honest. Trust you'll end up
Hold on.
somewhere. That girl
My sunglasses tan isn't my sunglasses tan. Motherfucker.
says try not to care. I don't know if I'm good, and everyone knows it. You feel you were meant to be alone.
It's from the fucking thing.
God damn it!
And a character said that you never feel at home. Don't go tonight. I'm looking for salt in a snow globe.
I'm looking for salt in a snow globe.
'Cause what I
The lyrics.
heard is slipping fast.
You know who showed me this band?
After how
Wayne.
Wayne.
call back.
He said it on
I'm
the
not
episode.
sleeping and I don't care. I'm singing loud, but no one hears.
No, I like it. It's funny.
Wake up tomorrow and still feel wrong. I'm not sleeping and I don't care. I'm singing loud, but no one hears. I'll wake up tomorrow and still feel wrong for these days. 'Cause what I heard is slipping fast.
Dude's got such a great voice.
After how, please call me back. What good am I to anyone like this? It's been a hard couple months, I'll admit. After tonight, I'm not so convinced that I'm wrong, that I'm wrong. I feel at ease with my lows, and I'll take it. Lord knows I'll take it.
Can you guess what year this album came out?
Explainable, far from
2010.
extraneous.
2008. Close.
Always expecting, I seldom discover. Turn flaws into questions, great questions of the times. I guess I'm an artist whose confines by rock, choked by second guessing. I know that's not enough. Don't go.
So did you not listen to any of this kind of stuff growing up? No.
Nope.
Was the only thing that's kind of close to this, not that this Deftones is close to this, but kind of Deftones-y. That's kind of like, I guess, emotional.
Even still with Deftones, even though I know the lyrics for a lot of the songs, they're very cryptic in the way that they deliver it. But again, I'm not listening to the lyrics a lot of the times, unless there's a certain band that has
It's not over.
oh. I don't know. I think if there's a song that you connect with a lot, you'll listen to it repeatedly.
That is
Right?
that right there is heavy for me.
Right. So the whole point is that over time you learn the words, you learn all this shit, you'll memorize it and how they feel to you. And there'll be certain parts that, you interpret for whatever it is that you're listening to. The difference between, I think, me and you is that this genre wasn't it for me.
Yeah.
I have an explanation why, but I want to listen to the rest of the song so I can kind of
Embrace it.
No, just trying to think of a good way to at least kind of try to express it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I like this. This is good.
Very good.
Yeah, very good.
I think the leads are just enough.
There's a difference, though, for me. Like, no, it's good. It's great. It sounds amazing.
It's not too showboaty, That. Bow, bow, bow.
And one thing I will kind of say about that type of music is I think that it is the vocals are the front man.
Okay.
They are.
The reason why I'm not disagreeing with you on that aspect of especially this song is okay. So what gravitates me towards this stuff, and this is why I love our dynamic, because you're so like musically driven, right? As far as like instrument driven, and I'm very vocal driven. Like, and I don't know, that's just because you play guitar and I used to do like vocals, or is just I was just a sad boy growing up. So like I listened to lyrics more because like that's what hit me, and everything else was just kind of extra. Obviously, if those lyrics were put into like if they did an acoustic version of the song, I bet you it would be fucking awesome. But if you were gonna place that and put it in any other genre, it would have just
but it
sucked.
also just proved my point. What I just said is that the front maker of that song was the singer and the lyrics.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it didn't sound good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just for me personally, like I could listen to him, and to me, not that the lyrics are bad, not that the lyrics are good, or it doesn't matter. But it's not. Again, like I always talk about this with everything. Something's got to carry me, bring me up, and just like the way that we obviously like in the generic terms, like how hardcore does it. Like obviously, hardcore will build you up, and then okay, here's a breakdown. We're breaking it down. They have a section with that. So for me, like this kind of music, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to turn it on.
This is not your thing.
No. And
that's
okay.
1000%
That's
fine.
okay.
I'm
But
curious, how did you know that Wayne showed me that?
you said it on another episode.
Oh, okay. No.
When you were talking about no, it was like episode 6 or something. No, 5 or something. Yeah, you were talking about when you first met that guy when you went to St. Mary's, and he showed you Two Gallants.
2 gallons.
Yeah, and then you were talking about Polar Bear Club.
Yeah.
And yeah. Anyway,
Your memory is just amazing.
I don't sleep. No, but
I should try that out.
no, but the thing is I understand the route that now that you're kind of coming from, like listening to the lyrics and stuff, but it's like for me, for something to be heavy, like I could care less if a band had a breakdown. I mean, it makes sense. It's heavy, and that makes it heavy, whatever. And then you have low tune guitars. That makes sense to me. But it's the type of sound happening when the vocalist delivers the lyrics, that to me is the separating factor of how, for me, and again, this is just how it hits me. So it's like, I don't care what part's happening, but if everything is all conclusive together, that I'm into.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't hate this. I thought it was great. It's just that genre to me, I'm not.
So play me something
Well,
that is heavy for you.
okay, fine,
This is what I want.
fine.
I don't think we've ever played one of
No,
their
we
songs.
haven't. We haven't. And no, but it's just, this is actually a cool story about this song. Is I remember back in high school when me and Nick from the Sacred, you know, Nick, our buddy Nick, we first found Misery Signals, and we were like, damn. But this was back in the day when you would download stuff.
Yeah.
So I downloaded this album, but it didn't have this particular song on it. And I remember going to his house, and he's like, "Oh, what song do you want to hear?" He played a song. I was like, "I never heard this song before."
Yeah.
Apparently
That's so funny.
that file that I downloaded, I hate saying that I downloaded it, but
You torrented it or whatever.
but
yeah.
to me, obviously, see, the thing is that this particular type of sound, to me, in order for me to feel something, I have to fill the gaps of, like, whether it's my ADD, whether it's this and that,
Situational, like it's got
because I can't feel anything unless everything is being solved at one time.
Yep. That sounds right for you.
So, and it's like, for me, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a fucking song. It's fine. Put it there. Okay, go. Ha, ha, ha. Do that. That's like how I think about everything at all times. But when you do the same process over and over again,
Yeah.
just like anything else, you start relaxing and you start listening. So obviously, the first time I heard this song, I didn't know what the lyrics were. I mean, obviously, that kind of vocal is hard to memorize.
Yeah.
It's hard to understand. But you hear it a lot,
Yeah.
and you start singing it back. You start to yourself, you know, whenever you're listening to. I've probably heard this song a 1,000 times.
That's one of the coolest things, like feelings when you hear a new song and you're like, huh? And you like instantly replay it. Like those feelings to where like, I'm going to drive a little bit slower, or I'm in the driveway. I'm just going to listen to the song again.
I think for me personally, I was thinking the whole last segment about like how I'm supposed to express it. I don't know how to express it. I don't know how to express emotion. I don't. But the music does half the work for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's so all over the place. That cures one thing for me. Where I'm like, okay, well, I'm satisfied here.
Yeah.
So I can listen now, you know. But the lyrics, and again, you know, I literally have this band's lyrics tattooed on my body.
Yeah.
And I can't forget that, but I need a beer for this. Grab me one of your beers. We'll go to the gas station here in a minute. But
I got plenty.
it's weird because I was rereading the lyrics when, you know, we took a break, and I'm just like, I already know what words set me off for this particular song
Yeah.
and this band. I already know what lyrics it is. I already know the words
Yeah.
that make me feel something, regardless if it's relative to the rest of the song. Whatever calibration's going on in my mind, I already know. Like it's satisfying to me.
That's what I really wanted is like, I wanted me to be in a lane and you to be in a lane. And maybe one of those songs on either way could spark something.
It's not that I don't relate to anything
Yeah.
that you've played. I don't. It's not that at all. It's just I'm not a huge fan. I think I need pressure.
You need structure.
I need pressure. I need to be pushed to feel something.
Okay.
And whether that's heavy music, heavydance.com, it's not enough. Like, I'm not going to be at a show. So let's say we take Polar Bear Club lyrics.
Okay.
So the Polar Bears Club's playing. And everything they're saying, I'm about. I'm just sitting there thinking in my own head. I'm getting lost in my own brain. Like, I relate to it and I get it. I agree with it. But you add it to the right band for me.
Yeah.
You add it to the right delivery system. Like, I can't control it. That's how I kind of like think about it. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm just talking in circles, but this song, I relate to myself a lot because I interpret the lyrics that are the most audible. This is what it is. And goddamn.
Introduce the song.
All right. So this is Misery Signals, which we've never done on the podcast, which I have to have a little Misery Signals counter because it is funny how every else is like, oh, Misery Signals. But
we finally play a Misery Signal.
Yeah, and you know what? We're about to play the best song ever on the podcast.
Real fast. Yeah.
Sorry, Jawdust.
Yeah. Which are the coolest fucking guys.
I don't know. I kind of like Jawdust more now.
Real fast. What's the percentage of our listeners that has probably heard of Misery Signals?
Well, I know Nick has.
Okay, so 1%.
I mean, I don't know who listens to our podcast, man.
That's true.
I don't. I mean, I have 4 of my close friends that I know listen. They don't say no. They're like, hey, you know, whatever. And I don't think they're listening because of the music taste. I think they're my friends and they're listening to. Now, the fact that they continue listening, I would like to think that they're just enjoying it. And I think a lot of my personal friends that listen to the podcast are like, I just want to hear music. I want to hear new shit. They're like us. We want to branch out and like just hear different shit.
And that's kind of like the point of this episode, I think. It's like, hey, here's some new stuff, but it's not our typical stuff. Like,
no, it's cool.
It's
cool. I didn't know we were going to go here. Scratch the list off. But this song to me, like it literally, for me personally, it satisfies every level of music to me.
Okay.
So yeah, this Misery Signals on account of absence. Oh God, it's such a good song.
Second, but this was hard. You must know I dreaded that morning more than anything, and I'd give my life to get it back. That is not to fight. I don't love this, but there is no one day I can't forget. There's not one day.
How they bring it back to life. Right here.
What tuning are they in?
I think it's drop C.
It's not standard tuning though, right?
No, it's drop.
So pretty.
Darren. Very good.
Very good.
Sometimes I swear that I'm waiting for something to jump out at me. Where can you go when they come forward? Where can you hide when they come for you? Songs
So, with that being said, why I love that so much to me, and I think why it has stood so well with me is minus the lyrics, the song is just, you don't have time to think about anything. Nothing connects the dots so many times. And it's like, dude, just do it. Just connect the fucking dots.
Do you remember when you heard that song for the first time, like
Yeah.
what you were going through?
No,
No.
I wasn't going through it.
It wasn't going through anything.
No.
No.
That song is more impactful now than it ever has been in my entire life.
Because you're going through something now. Or
No.
have gone through stuff.
No, it's just, it's not going through anything. Like, I'm not sad. I'm not doing anything. I've done my best carrying this weight, and you're trying. And then, it just comes back as like, where do you go when they come calling, man? Like, it's a lot.
How many different directions can you be pulled?
Everything's a lot at all times, and that I felt like that my entire life, man. And it's like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's like I'm here. I can do a lot for everyone. I've already disregarded myself as a person. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't have time to think about anything else. But it's like, man, if those lyrics were said by any of the bands that you showed me, I don't think it would have been the same.
Yeah. No, I believe you. I feel that.
The delivery system was like way different.
I feel that. Yeah.
Because it satisfied my urge for that intensity and that just go.
Yeah.
And that's how my life is. It's like, it's wake up and go. Go. You got to go now. You got to go fucking now. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. And even if you're doing the right thing for the right time, it's not good enough. Keep going. Make it better. Let's do that. And then when you do what you already did, somebody's like, that's not good enough. You got to do that. You got to do this better. You got to do that. That's my life, man. That's my fucking life since I've been born. And that's fine. And all the time, I'm just like, okay, yep. No, let's make it right. Let's make it right. That's probably why I've made it so personal to me as far as like the music goes, and probably why I take away the sect of emotion. It's like, because I don't know. It's like, no matter what, it's like, hey, you got to do this. Like, okay. And that it's not just as simple as like, you got to do this. Like, okay, well, what do I got to do? How do they want me to do it? Okay. Well, their way sucks, or I can make it better. Can I make it better? Yep, I can. But it's going to take some time out of my life. Okay, cool. All right, now we have two other levels of this and that. At the same time, but does outcome 1 go to outcome 2? Yep. Oh, sure does. It always does. But at the same time, it's never good enough.
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's fine. Because the peace to me doesn't exist. It's impossible. There's no peace. And anytime there is, you're filling it with something else that you don't really want to do, and you're just doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Whether it's with alcohol, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The whole point is like, man, it's just like, if you want to deliver something to me personally, I mean, I don't care. I mean, but that's my attention span. It's like, it's got to be insane and in my face.
Yeah.
It's got to be there, because if it's not, I'm not going to listen to it. And that's fine. So when you said soft, I didn't know what the fuck you were really meaning about it. I don't know.
I guess it was a very vague blanket statement. Especially the genres that we have now.
Well, when you say soft, I'm like thinking undistorted. Oh, God. Undistorted guitars.
Yeah.
Soft vocals. I don't know. So I don't know. But if that's the route that you wanted to go on, we could have gone there, but it is what it is.
I kind of just like it. If we ever revisit this episode again, or like we do this like in the future, we could talk about it more. I just kind of wanted to see where organically kind of would go.
I haven't listened to that album in like 10 years.
Really?
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it, man.
Yeah.
I can't.
What made you want to do it today?
I don't know. Yeah,
Me?
I don't know. You said something heavy. I'm like, well, okay, I guess I'll do it. I can handle it.
That
you know?
song was fucking heavy, dude. Let's do this. Let's take a break. I need to take another piss. Let me get back into it.
Yeah, what time is it? 7?
Yeah.
How late do you have?
A little bit longer.
All right. Oh God, I don't know why I pushed play.
Yeah! I can't.
What?
Yeah, press the pause on that.
Oh yeah.
And we're back.
I felt very confidently that this hasn't been fucking up. I still, to this day, don't know what the fuck the problem was between the communication between the two things. I kind of do, but I don't know.
You might have to, like, if we ever have a day to where we could just, like, fuck around.
Yeah, the problem is like it takes hours. It's like, oh, here's the first 45 minutes. I'll fuck it up.
Yeah, exactly. That sucked. I forgot about that because we've been going so well.
No, it's fine now. I did a little bit of tweaks to the overclocking with the computer. Yeah, had to go into the biome. No big deal. No, but I figured it out. No, everything's been good. It's actually been kind of easier this way because this is just kind of like a backup, like in case it stops recording there or
Yeah.
it fucks up. It's been fine. But yeah, everything's good.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Next song.
Okay, so this next band I love very much is called Spanish Love Songs.
Very good. Never heard of them. Española songa. Hey, see, I know Spanish. You don't know.
You're bilingual. And the song is called The Boy.
My favorite moment of disappointment that I've ever seen on your face is when you're like, okay, they're going to start speaking in Spanish. And you tell me what they say. I'm like, I'm wearing a pig mask in a dumpster.
Yeah.
You were so
What a joke.
I mean, okay. Spanish love songs with subtitles? Never heard of
The song is called The Boy Considers His Haircut.
The boy
Yeah, that one.
considers his haircut. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, there's a music video. I never watched the
Good.
music video.
Okay, good.
I hope I don't hate it.
Yeah, it's fine.
My dad says that I'd probably have more fans if I could learn to sing about some happier
Is this
shit
the band
instead of
or-
wallowing
what-
I have
in
no
my
idea.
shortcomings, my gross insecurities, be less narcissistic, maybe show some humility. My mom sighs well from under her breath. She wonders, well, how the hell I can live like this? My shelf life expired months ago. I keep tricking the ones I claim to love into these situations. But I'm walking backwards. These wasted years. I'm walking backwards. These wasted
I didn't realize they were in a jacuzzi.
I still nobody knows my name. My shitty songs or my chubby face. I wanna know how to be okay. Do the things that people do to find a hope in the end. 'Cause I've lived my whole life so afraid of getting hurt. I've never really been hurt. I've never really been hurt.
better. I wanna come through and not be second guessed. Wanna find the money to fix my nose and learn to breathe without pacing. I don't wanna be depressed. Wanna find a haircut that fits me, that hasn't been co-opted by Nazis. I'll settle for some rest. Wanna
Jesus
move on.
Christ. Hold on. What?
What are you doing?
He said his haircut was co-opted by Nazis.
Yes.
Wanna feel
Okay.
more important. Trying to be fine, I swear I'm trying to be my best. Well, I wanna wake up and maybe be better. I wanna come through and not be second guessed. Wanna find the money to fix my nose so I can sing without pacing. I don't wanna be depressed. I wanna find a haircut that fits me, that hasn't been stolen by Nazis. I'll settle for some rest. I'm trying to move on, I'm trying to feel more important. I wanna be fine, I swear I'm trying to be my best. I'm walking backwards, wasting years. Walking backwards, it's wasted years. And still nobody knows my name. My shitty songs and my chubby face. I wanna know how to be okay. Do the things that people do to find a home in the end.
Why do you have to bring the Nazi shit in there? I don't get it.
Yeah, so that was Spanish love songs. The boy considers his haircut. I hate / love that song.
Why is that?
I don't know, because I feel like for me, like growing up, the reason why that song hits me so much is that like I feel like at all given times, like throughout school and even now, like I am expected to perform in some sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, I know.
oh, you're
I know
RJ,
that.
you're RJ, you're the funny guy. You need to say something funny or whatever. And whenever I don't, to me, it feels like I'm letting somebody down.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's like I'm just having a fucking off day, or I just don't want to entertain you.
Mm.
And I'm not saying that this is what the song is meaning, but like the way it hits me is like I just want to know how to feel okay, so that like
You don't. I mean, if you're asking me, you don't. I mean, that's kind of like the bottom line, man. You don't.
there's a line in that song that says, "The best I can hope for is to wake up in a room full of people that I don't know on a hospital bed." Is that too obvious?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's like I have a lot of friends. I have more acquaintances than friends, and those out of those acquaintances probably consider me more of a friend to them than I am to them.
Yeah, that's pretty common though. I mean,
Sure.
I know what you're saying though, especially like, you know, being involved with the music scene. There's lots of people that I see all the time. I mean, one of my good buddies, I ran into the other night at the gas station, and it's like we pick up right where we left off. And, hey, how you doing, buddy? No, you're doing good. You know, but I don't know. You're right. Everything's expected of you, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
you know, and I think with the last thing that we were talking about beforehand, it's like, dude, you could do so much and only deliver so much,
Right.
you know, but at the same time is like, how much of that is allocated to passion as far as self satisfaction or just day-to-day basic life?
Yeah.
That's the hard one, because it's like, I think nowadays, you know, we all have so much going on at one time, and it's like, well, I have to do these things first, and then this is second, or I'm putting this up on this pedestal here, and you're just trying to do everything,
Yeah.
you know. So I get it though. It's hard. It's definitely a different value of thinking.
Yeah.
It is, and you know what? You just do your fucking best, and that's it. And if anybody doesn't like it in between, fuck them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's easier to say that than it is because if those people are immediate, you know, it's definitely one of those things where it's like, well, I don't know.
Well, like in high school, like it was really hard, like because like I was in drama and like shit like that, and like if I was like, back then it wasn't the same as it is now, towards like everyone knows what depression is or like what anxiety is. I didn't know what any of that shit was back then when I was younger, you know, and like I know I have anxiety now or like have experienced depression. I know what being sad feels like. That's like superhuman. Everyone knows what that feels like. But like going through, you know, most of middle school and high school, like a lot of the personalities that I created that people loved was just a mask. Like people just like, oh, that's like, I love RJ. RJ's, but like the one day, like, you know, out of the fucking month that I didn't want to like whatever, everyone like was like, oh, what's wrong with you? Are you fucking sad? Or like pity party. Or I was like, I just don't want to fucking, I just don't want to do it today. Like just fucking leave me alone. And people just didn't understand that. And I didn't know what to call it or how to like even handle it sometimes. But like, it didn't happen all that much because I didn't like the opposite attraction, like an attention that it gave me when I didn't perform. So like it kind of forced me to continue putting on a mask for people. And it's hard sometimes, even when I go out now, to where it's like I feel like it's expected of me to be like, what are we doing? Like, is RJ having a good time? It's like, who? Stop caring. Like, let's just exist. Like, I just want to fucking exist in this moment with you or with all of us or whatever. Like, don't worry if I'm not having. And I know that I put that sort of like expectations on the world and whatever because like I am very particular and frankly quite a pain in the ass when it comes to a lot of situations. But like, it's hard sometimes, man. Like, just trying to like. Sometimes I just want to fucking exist. I just want to be on the wave, and I just want to ride whatever wave is going on, and not have to worry about making somebody laugh or like impressing somebody. But
I definitely I can understand the frustration because I'm not anywhere near like. I think I surpassed that years ago.
Yeah.
Personally, where I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like everything that I feel, as far as meeting expectations, things like that. Like I question myself every day, but it's never for anything else other than, you know, my wife, my baby, my family, you know, those things. And obviously, like, I do everything I can. And even when I do everything I can, I still feel like it's not enough.
Yeah.
But that's just how I am.
I think mental capacity sometimes like overrules physical capacity. To where if you're like mentally not able to do anymore, like you just can't do anymore.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like
for
if
sure.
I can't like
No,
gather any much more, like I just physically just can't do nothing else.
I get that. And I think for me, and that's why it's always been important for me to have something to do. Like, regardless of,
Stay busy.
just be busy.
Yeah.
Because if you stew in it, it also has the capacity to make it worse than it really is.
Yeah.
So for me, I could, if I'm having an issue with something and like, well, if I just continue to stew on it, it's just going to make it seem more severe than it really is. Because the next day, I'm going to go to sleep, I'm going to get the next day, and it's not going to bother me as much as it did the day before because I'm not stewing, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to just, and that's why I think hobbies are very important because it gives you something to do. Because at the same time, even if you didn't achieve whatever goal it is you set out to do with that particular hobby, you're at least satisfying the urge to kind of do whatever it is. Like for me, like I don't know. I've just always been hey, what do you need done? Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Hey, what do you need done? Let's get it done. Let's get it done. That's fine. And you know what? Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's not, but at the same time, it's got to get done.
Yeah.
So it's hard. Yeah, you're right. It's definitely a hard thing to want to do things, especially when you don't want to do them, but that's life. I mean, I don't know. As far as like anything else. I don't know what people expect of me. I don't think I care anymore, man. Like, other than the norm. Yeah, and when I say norm, I mean family, friends. Like, I don't know. Like, what? It's the same thing. It's like a lot of people will like message me like, "Oh, are you playing guitar again? Are you doing this?" It's like, no. And yeah, I feel something like, "Oh, you know, I wish I was playing music again," but I was like, I don't.
To me, like in the past couple of years, I've like kind of like based. If I'm wasting energy on something, I'm cutting it out of my life. Like okay, I haven't spoke to my dad in a year. Just wasted energy right now. Like he did something that was kind of, in my opinion, fucked up. I told him why. He didn't respond in a way that I thought was appropriate, and we just haven't talked. Me trying to pursue a relationship with my dad at this moment in my life is wasted energy because he hasn't shown any reason why he would want to come back or whatever. And I'm not trying to like whatever. Like I love my dad. Like it's not nothing like that. But like I told him where he fucked up. You can't whatever, and it is what it is. But like even like friendships and stuff like that growing up, to where I'm like, if I don't contact this person, and I know maybe this doesn't affect you at all, but like if I stop reaching out to this person for a month, will I still talk to this person within a month? You know, am I putting in a majority of the effort? And then is this relationship even real? You know, or friendship or whatever.
No, I get that.
You know, and it's like when you stop it and it's like, oh, we didn't talk in 3 months.
Well,
and it's like
my whole thing is, and this is kind of been my revelation for life in general, is just the realest friends that I have, I don't have to talk to for any extended period of time at all. So it's, you know, I could not physically, like Steven's one of my best friends of all time. I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah.
I don't even know what his new baby's name is. And I feel bad about that. But at the same time, it's like, if I was to go have lunch with him tomorrow, like we'd pick up right where we left off. And that's the kind of people that I now as an older, you know, I say older, right? I mean, mid-30s, but I've been doing that for so long. It's like, if I have to think about being an acquaintance, a friend, or anything to you, I'm not going to do it. Like the whole route that you were just talking about, I've done it my whole life. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like, hey, if you want to hang out, you'll ask me.
Yeah.
And if I have a whole weekend off of work and I don't ask you to hang out, and if you get mad at me about that, then that's your problem. I don't know. It's like, my best friend is myself, man. And I don't know what that sounds like, but it's like, dude, I'm totally okay with like not hanging out with people. I'm totally okay with not seeing people or being a part. I will keep myself busy. I will find a way. Do I love the interaction with people? Yeah, for sure. Of course. Why wouldn't I love that? I mean, I love it. I love talking to people. I love doing all that shit. But at the same time, it's like, outside of my wife and daughter, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't upset me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
your expectations are low.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that, but it's like, okay, well, we can't do it this week. Oh, we'll just hang out next week. You know, it doesn't like hurt my feelings. Like, I'm not like sitting in bed like, oh God, I haven't seen somebody in so long. I kind of, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Does he not like me anymore? Like, I don't care. Yeah. Like, I don't care anymore, man. Like, I
do need to see you once a week though.
Well, we barely do. You know, I'm just saying in general. Like, I don't.
No, I get it. Like Alex is one of my best friends, and I haven't seen him in a long time. But I talked to him on the phone the other day, and nothing's weird. You know, just like fucking shooting this shit. And
right, but that's how it should be. Yeah. I mean, it's like you don't have to think about what's going on. It's, you know.
But when it's not like that, to where it's like forced or whatever, it's wasting energy. It's like, man, maybe it's not really all there. You know.
No, and that's the thing is if I have to go somewhere and I have to dictate how I'm supposed to act when I go there, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to do that, because it's like I get along with everybody. Like, I can, and obviously I have to alter certain aspects of my, you know, opinions or personality. That's fine. I don't care. Yeah. I can be cordial. I can hang out with anyone. Mm-hmm. But if like I have to be warned before I hang out with somebody, like, why would I want to hang out with them? Like,
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. Like, it's fucking stupid. Like, I waste so much time and energy doing nothing. And it's like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love doing things for people. If I have to do something, like, I get it. Like, you know, we talk about there's things that are asked of us to do, and that's fine. But, you know, and I'll do it. I'll do it the best of my ability. And I won't even think twice about it. It's fine. It is what it is. You know, but as far as people, you know, which is kind of ironic because, like, I'm so concerned all the time with how this podcast is, like, presented. And it's like, it's weird because I don't care. I don't care if people listen. I don't care if it gets popular. But at the same time, it's still, there's that thing in me that's like, well, it's got to look good. It's got to sound good. Like if it's something that I'm making or I'm doing, it has to be the best effort that I've done. Whether or not people listen, I don't really care. I could care less. I'm pretty sure, like, if I got, like, some hate mail sent to me tomorrow, I'd just be like, delete. I don't.
HMHD podcast at gmail.com.
I don't.
Would love it.
I don't care. Like, I would love it. At the same time, I make fun of it, but it's like, who has the time of day to get so upset? I mean, even the shit that I had to cut out of this podcast, just for the sake of, like, the internet.
Dude, it's the same wasted energy.
It
someone on a Friday afternoon standing on a side of a road in front of a Walmart holding a sign that states something that they believe in. No one fucking cares.
I know,
dude.
but it's just so stupid that we have to do this shit. It's like, how weak is your fucking brain, dude? How weak are you as a person to where what somebody says matters to you that much that you're gonna go do something about it? Like, granted, if somebody's threatening your family, that's one thing. No, but if somebody's opinion or the context, if the context isn't even bad, like, I just don't get it anymore, man.
Unless it's like someone like you or my wife or something like that, I'm like,
No, but I'm just saying in general, like, there's so many things that are, like, taboo. Like, I mean, for example, on TikTok, you can't put the word killed.
Oh, unalive.
Yeah, unalive. Like, what? Are we really doing that? Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? And it's just like, that's just where I step back and I'm just like, don't care. And you know what? I don't even question it. Whenever I say something or you say something on this podcast and I have to cut it out, it's like, it doesn't matter. It's just less arguments in the future. I don't care. I don't know if that's a bad thing because I'm kind of just catering to this whole cancel culture bullshit, but it's just, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. We're going to play the music we want to play. We're going to listen to it. That's fine. I wish I was playing music for sure, but this is what I'm doing. But it's like, God, how boring is your life? No, but I can't wrap my head around it. How boring is your life that somebody said an adjective about something that you're supposed to care about? How boring is your fucking life that you are going to get so upset about it? And that's, again, a fucking hobby. Because if you had a fucking hobby, you wouldn't be worried about it. And it's like, goddamn, I can't. I'm tired of it, man. I'm so sick of everything, PC culture, all this crap.
Goddamn,
no, dude, I'm sick of them both, dude, because they're both fucking stupid at this fucking point. Dude, everybody's fucking stupid.
Everyone's pretty dumb, dude.
It's just, but at the same time, everybody's made a career out of it.
Oh yeah, they're monetizing their beliefs.
Yeah, and everybody's like, I don't understand why you have to have an AR-15 because you monetized your beliefs. You literally monetized your opinion. That's why I have a gun. Like, seriously, and I know that's crazy. Oh, what are you gonna do? Come, it's like, you know what? Here's the funny part. Everybody's like, hey, you gonna go to war with the government? It's like, no, because I've seen the videos, and if somebody like was rioting in my neighborhood and knocked on my door that wasn't the government, and you came into my house, you're getting an AR-15 to the face. Like, that's the bottom line. But it's just,
you're
it's
just
so
throwing a gun at them.
Yeah, we'll say that. Oh, well, is that appropriate? Unalived. Very good. No, the whole point is like, it's just so stupid. Everybody wants to be like this fucking monster of a person, and it's like, dude, I'm just trying to exist at this point. Like, and I'm existing for myself. Like, I'm trying to be a better person every day. I judge myself every day. I'm trying to be a better father, a better husband. I try all the time. And, you know, but at the same time, I want to focus on things that make me happy because, you know, that will, you know, give me energy to be, you know, better and other aspects of the world. But it's just, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? Just go to bed, dude. Everybody go to bed. I actually almost like can't understand why anybody would sit here and listen to our podcast. I can't, I don't get it. Which is fine. It's fine.
It's probably easier because the quality is really good.
Yeah, that don't matter. I'm just saying, like, I tried watching Joe Rogan the other day for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I'm bored. Like, it's fine. And don't get me wrong, the content is whatever, but it's just like, the sun right now.
You gonna fall asleep?
It's the most peaceful sound I've ever heard.
Where are we at? You want to play one more song? Get out of here?
Give me a beer and we'll call it a day. Goddamn. I like how we said we was going to be short, but... All right, what are you playing?
You want me to play a super sad song?
I mean, I guess. This is par for the course.
Sure. So this song I can't even find on Spotify anymore. I'm sorry, guys.
That's why we go to YouTube.
It is on YouTube.
This is better.
And this is what I was talking about was the saddest song I know for me.
Know what it's called?
Bay Faction. Dude, I know what it's called. It's on a piece of paper, dog.
Bay Faction.
Sasquatch 22. There
it is. It's about how they can't find Sasquatch?
Yeah. Oh, he's out there, man.
Okay, I hate all the jokes about Sasquatch, but somebody goes, maybe he's just blurry. And that's the problem.
Yeah. There's a part of me that wants to do the live acoustic session, but let's just play the regular one.
All right. This is a music video?
It's a lyric video.
All right. Yeah, we'll put it on. Fuck it.
Hope you're not too sad while you're listening to this.
Nope. Garrett's here. Oh, there it is.
I started catching.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Feelings for the girl that I'm currently having sex with, so it's safe to say that we don't talk anymore. Unless, of course, we're having sex and I'm watching her from the backseat put on makeup.
He has a similar voice to Dustin Kinstrom.
Oh, yeah?
He's kind of speaking at the top of his mouth.
Oh, I hear. Okay.
And I'm pretty sure this isn't what my dad had in mind the year before, when he made me go to college in the South Shore. Doesn't care that I go to college, it's Tuesday.
He's just telling a story.
It's a good story.
No, I believe it. But
Friday.
But if the music wasn't behind it, you know?
Yeah.
When I was wasted, so I cycled a vicious cycle, and I'm just petrified.
The lyrics are, it's Tuesday, but I'm wasted like Friday night. And it's Tuesday right now while we're recording.
Yeah, fuck it.
So I called the girl that I'm currently having sex with, and I said I loved her. But it was over Facebook, she came over that night. We started having sex and it felt fine, up until she fucking left and I realized, well, I tell a damn good lie, it's Tuesday. And I'm wasted like Friday night. When I was wasted, so I cycled a vicious cycle, and I'm just petrified. I'm petrified when I'm 30 by 22.
waste myself in the back of her Camry. Put it to the back of my mouth and scream out your name. Then pull the trigger and realize that these seats aren't easy to clean, 'cause it'll be a Tuesday. Now I'll be wasted like Friday.
I can't relate. I mean, I understand where he's coming from. Okay, I understand where he's coming from in the first part of the lyrics, where it's all just garbage. It's all the same shit. You're just lying and all this shit. But I don't.
To me, like okay, those lyrics there, it's all a cycle. So the heavy part of that song,
I get that,
is that when he's saying in the back of her Camry, I put it to the back of my mouth.
I know.
I pull the trigger and I scream out your name, and then I realize. So he's saying as he's killing himself, I realize that these seats aren't easy to clean. That's his last thought before he kills himself.
He's
that,
more
like,
conscientious of the seats.
Damn, somebody else is gonna have to clean these fucking seats after I fucking.
No, I
kill
get
myself.
that. No, I 100% get what he's talking about. He's overthinking, and that's that. I get that.
Yeah.
I just have never ever once thought to myself, like, the reason I can't relate to it is, like, I can relate to the cyclical,
Sure.
emotion of just, like, it's the same bullshit over and over, but you keep doing it, which is actually the definition of insanity, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
That sucks.
Yeah. So to break away from the insanity is to just do something else. And that's why I can't relate to the song.
Gotcha.
And I've never been in a place where I would emotionally, I'm not gonna shoot my brains out for anybody. Like, I'm not doing it. Like,
Yeah.
because again, to the overthinking of what the lyric was, is like, well, I gotta do that. I gotta fix that.
Yeah.
I just maybe my anxiety is my savior, I guess.
Well, I also think it's a very selfless act, obviously.
Of course it is,
Because you're not thinking about the seats.
exactly, dude. In back of her Corolla.
Caught a vicious cycle and I'm
just petrified.
So another question that I have for, like, a lot of these bands, these type of bands that obviously make super dark lyrics.
Oh, real fast. Bay Faction. Their other music, absolutely fantastic. The dude has a great voice. So, what you were saying about those bands that make this kind of music.
But okay, so my question is I've mentioned it before about I could not have an emotion, but I can write a lyric for their song.
You're really good at that.
So what I'm saying is that so to me, like, are all these bands just suicidal? That's my question. And are they catering to the genre for the sake of the implement? And it's fine if they are or not. I don't care. Like, listen, I've listened to Elliott Smith, and that motherfucker sad as fuck. But I'm just saying in general.
Tell me on the next one if there is one.
No, but what I'm saying is after the fact, like, it just seems like nowadays, again, just like everything, being suicidal is now marketable. It's now trendy to be suicidal. So I don't know anything about this band. I don't know their intention. I don't care.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, like, I understand telling a story.
Yeah.
That's fine. Is he being truthful with that story?
Yeah.
That's what I don't know.
I took it as, like, he touched on a subject that I think everyone has, like, kind of scratched at their brain about a little bit. Like, everyone had,
Like buying a Corolla?
I think most people, not everybody, has probably gone through their life and having something happen in their life to where they wanted to end it.
I don't know if that's fair to say. I think maybe I don't say about going actually through with it, but there's definitely emotions where if you would just disappear. I think that's probably a fair statement to say, because there's been plenty of times in my life where I'm not killing myself, but I just want to I'm going to go away.
Vanish.
I'm going to be over here and I'm going to do my own thing. And I think that's probably maybe obviously I'm not downplaying the whole suicide thing, but it's for me personally, anytime that I've ever felt that I've needed to distance myself that much from the world, it's never been that option. It's been, no, I'm just going to go away. I'm going to disappear and do my own thing and just be by myself.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm not trying to take away any of the feelings that everybody
Some people
has.
feel that way, but be by myself in the dirt,
No, I know that. I get that. I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying is in general, is the lyrics that I'm hearing, as far as, we talk about soft episode lyrics that make us, the lyrics that I've listened to that maybe that's never been like an option. And I'm wondering if they're just catering to the genre. Because
judging by their other music, I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
Just because I have listened to quite a bit of Bay Faction. But it is still in that same realm,
No, I get that.
Not all their stuff is as slow as that, but
no, and I totally can read between the lines of the lyrics. And the whole and
there's probably a reason why you can't find that song on Spotify.
I'm not
of that. So
no, but you're right though. It's a lyric, and I understand the lyric, and this is how I interpret it. Was I'm in the backseat of the car. I don't feel like I'm myself. I've done everything, blah, blah, blah. Everything's the same. I want to blow my brains out in the backseat of this car. But I'm not going to do it because it would cause more problems for everybody else. I understand that anxiety.
yeah.
100%. And I know I try to make jokes all the time, but that's how I cope with that kind of shit. It's like, dude, I'm the funny, like you said earlier, like, RJ, you are this guy.
Yeah.
And obviously a lot of shit has happened since we've known each other with our families and our lives and things like that. It's like, I've always thought of you as, that's RJ. That's the guy, that's the funny guy that brings everybody together, that, he's the happy-go-lucky guy.
Yeah.
And I've always been kind of like the dickhead, but can talk to everybody. And I get that. So I understand 100%, but at the same time, I understand the anxiety that he's portraying in that lyric.
Yeah.
He's saying, like, I can't even kill.
The fuck was that?
I don't know. But what I know he's saying is, like, he's saying, I can't even kill myself because they're going to have to clean up the seats.
Yeah.
So I understand the anxiety that he's trying to portray in that song, and that's heavy. No, you're right. It's a heavy song. It's a heavy lyric.
Jesus.
That's
Christ.
what that was.
Let's wrap this up. I have
Garrett.
to piss.
Okay.
I love you very much.
Okay, bye. Wait, do you want to hear the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Garrett's on it, man. Garrett is killing it in the world.
Oh my God. I'm going to piss myself.
Okay, well, then go pee. I'll do the outro by myself.
Play it right now.
Hold on. Oh, that's not it. That is not it. Oh, my God.
I got it. My mistake is that I drink an energy drink.
Well, I'm doing it right now.
Oh, God. Ow, it hurts.
I'm playing the first version of it. It's fine.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
You don't